All right, so here we go. We got everything plugged in. Okay, you got a about 12-foot cord here. This is your power button. You're gonna make that happen. So it is waterproof. You can leave this outside. It is a work light at the end of the day. You got a 12-foot cord. It is a 3-prong cord, so make sure you have that if you're running an extension cord to it. Let's check it out. First time powering it on and see what it's like here. All right, that is bright. I don't know if that's the 300, 400, 500 or 600K, but we do have the remote here. I realize you do have to get batteries. So if you're taking this straight to the workshop, you need batteries for this. So you cannot run this without it. There is no way to actually change the setting. And I've looked all over this place. There's no way to actually change the setting without it. So there are some buttons on the back of the lights. Let's take and turn this around so you guys can see what we're working with here. Okay. So if we pop this on, just like so, you can see them lit up. Oh, wait, we do have a settings feature. No, we don't. Okay, so you do have an on and off button, actually. So I was wrong. You have an on and off button where you can individually turn them on and off. They're sitting on the bottom right of each one. So that's pretty cool. Outside of that, I've not found another extra button. So if we want to just cut it on and off, we would have to actually use that. So let's get the remote plugged in and let's see the different brightnesses that come along with this. All right, so we got her plugged in. Like I said, now I got my 2 AAA batteries. We're gonna plug this in just like so. You have an on and off 300K, 400K, 500K, and 600K. Let's see what it looks like on. Uh-oh. Okay, good to know, good to know. All right, so here's the deal. You have to have the switch on, I'm assuming. Let's test it. So switch is on. Can we turn it off? You got to point at them. Okay, so you have to point at each individual one. You point at the whole thing to turn it on. See, I can turn them off just like so. Okay, so we got it on. Let's go 300K. That definitely changed colors, not gonna lie. Let's go 400K. Feel it getting brighter. 500. That is a much brighter white. 600. All right. So you can see there is definitely a difference between all of them. I will show you if you want to take, let's turn just one of them off and so we can see the difference. These things are getting a little bit warm, right? So let's take a look. Okay, let's see if we can work just that bottom right one. Let's run it different. Okay, yeah, you can see, you can feel like you can see it move. And I'm sure in the daylight or like in a better time and a better setting, it's probably gonna work a little bit better. But yeah, you can definitely feel the difference between 600 and 300K lumen on that. So it's definitely yellower on the 300K, 600K. You got a bright white that comes along with it. So pretty cool. Let's see if they're all cut on. Right? So we gotta go off maybe. Let's check it out. Again, learning. There it is. Boom, on. Now, because I turned them off by the switch, I'm assuming I got to turn them back on by the switch on the back. That makes sense. So just learning about this product is super important at the end of the day. And you can tell they're off. They're not in the same consistency at the end of the day. So let's get them all turned to the right bright white and you can see them turn over just like so. So again, I think it's a good product. I love the color of this. It was super easy to put together. So this is just how to use it. And we're both learning and I'm showing you this. Now I'm gonna go put it through its paces as well as I'm working with this. So far I'm impressed. It's super easy to use. That's what I like about it. I like super easy products. Very simple. So we can take it off the stand. We can use it with the stand and however it works. So let's see. Off, just like so. There it is. Nice little product. I'm excited.